Hey everybody, it's Michelle here from Tips by Coco. Today I'm actually going to try my best to do an entire how-to video because Noah is away at school. So the soap that I'm making today is sweet honey and milk, and it's kind of a rendition of my oatmeal milk and honey soap, but just a little bit different. So I have my oils right here, and they're all melted, my oils and butters. And here's my lye solution. I'm going to make sure you can see it. It's already mixed and cooled down. Here's my honey, and I use organic orange blossom honey. And here are my milks and clays. They're already mixed. And my sodium lactate for hardness. And I also have some oatmeal that I'm going to put into the soap, into a portion of the soap. And this is old-fashioned oatmeal. And oatmeal is really good for the skin. I tell you guys that all the time. It's really soothing for the skin, especially for those that have problems with things like eczema. So right now I'm just going to take a little bit of oil and put it into my honey, just to loosen it up, because this doesn't go in until trace time. I just want to put a little warm oil on it. Oops. And I may end up putting it in before. So let's get started. I just want to break this up a little bit. Today I'm working in a very small space so that I can do this darn video. Now with soap making, we love to clean things. Every single ounce, every single speck of what we put in our soaps can always end up being soap. So you'll always see on some of the videos, we're always cleaning out, making sure we get every single drop of something. And I find myself doing this out in the kitchen, just trying to get everything, because and also the most important thing about that is everything that you weigh out has been accounted for in your recipe. So you want to make sure you get as much of that in there as possible. Okay, and aside. Alright, so next I'm going to blend that up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pour my lye solution in there. Now because I put milks and clays into my soap, my oils, you're not going to be able to tell too much if it's saponified. So I mixed a good amount. There's not going to be any different colorants in here because of the fragrance that I'm using. A little bit of it is going to, and also the honey, it's going to turn it into a more tan color anyway. So can't really use any and I don't have any French vanilla is one of the colors that one of the fragrances that I'm going to be using in here. and it has a tendency to turn the soap into a brown color, a tan color, and also the honey as well. So it's just going to be naturally colored. So at this stage you want to blend. Now if I was working with different colors, I would, blend to a certain point just to make sure they're mixed really well together, and then I'll separate whatever I'm separating, and then go ahead and I would go ahead and put, mix the colors and put the colors where they need to go. But since this is all going to be one big pot of soap, one big batch, no need to separate. And I'm going to blend really well until I get to a trace, and then I'll add my colorant, my honey, my oatmeal, and all that stuff. There is going to be actually a small separation of probably about 1 pound of this for the oatmeal part, which will be in the top. Got a super light trace. You can tell that it's becoming a nice creamy consistency. And this is still very warm, probably about 100 degrees, maybe less. So now I'm at a light trace. I'm going to go ahead and add my fragrance. This is a pre-fragrance that I mixed earlier. Yes, I'm going to put more fragrance than that. Like I said, don't like things to go to waste. So maybe it won't turn. That's all the French vanilla I have. And my coconut. And the main fragrance here. This smells really good. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and put in my honey. It's going to be a little bit challenging. I want to go ahead and put the honey in now, because honey tends to speed up your trace even more, and I want to really get some good tops on the soaps. Alright. This smells so good. Wow. It smells like I'm baking a cake. And as you can see, it's that nice tan color that I was talking about, and it's going to become more tan as it cures. And I want to really mix that honey up in there. Since I'm not doing anything funky with colors or anything like that, I'm going to go ahead and separate. I'm going to grab my molds. I'm only separating a small amount for the other part of my oatmeal. Okay, and that is what you call trace, when you drizzle it over the top and then it sits on the top of the rest of the batter. This smells so good. I wasn't too sure about the fragrance, which is cherry almond. I wasn't too sure about it when I first bought it, but the more I smelled it, the more I loved it. Now, adding it to this soap, it smells even better. So I'm just going to separate a little bit for the tops and also for my oatmeal. Just a little bit. Then what I'm going to do, I forgot my sodium lactate. Badly, this smells divine. Wow. Smells really, really wonderful. I don't have any white colorant or titanium dioxide, unfortunately, so I did want to swirl some in there, but it's okay. Absolutely okay. Just to give it a different effect, but we'll use the oatmeal for that. This is going to be one of our staple soaps, one of our signature soaps. I'm trying to get more into making soaps that we're going to carry for a very long time. They're always going to be a part of our collection. Wow, this is very good. So I'm pouring in my oatmeal. So the top of the soap is going to be more of a abrasive soap. Wow, this smells so good. Oh my gosh. I have to buy another one of those. It's a must that I do. Alright, now it is time to pour. One last mix. Just to make sure I got that sodium lactate mixed up in there. Alright. As you can see, soap making gets really, really messy. So, alright. Time to pour into my first mold. Make sure you can see this. Alright guys, I'm back now and I'm going to start pouring. Normally you pour and read before this, but my camera did something funky. See what I am. Okay. I will be putting a top on that one. I want to make sure I get the majority in here. Normally you pour when it's a lot looser than this, more liquidy, but my camera died, so I had to go and get the batteries and put in there. And as you can see, it sets up pretty quickly. Some certain batches will set up really, really quickly. Okay. This one. And that looks about right. So I'm going to share between the two. Actually, I just might do this here. Because that was so even, both of the molds were even with soap. Let's go ahead and mix the rest in here with the oatmeal. Now for the tops, this is exactly where you want to get them. You really want to get the batter to be a nice thick consistency. This is a really nice consistency. Okay, and then you always want to band it down. Put a little bit more here. When you're making soap, you want to be as smooth as possible, never ever rushing. That's why it's really important that you know which fragrances set up easily and which ones don't, so you'll know how much time you have to play around. And you want to try your hardest. Soap making is very messy, especially when you're dealing with a lot of colorant. And you bam it down to get the bubbles out. But when you're dealing with a lot of colorants, it's really important to move quickly, but then again, not too quickly, just because you can mess up, miss something, and all that fun stuff. Sometimes I forget completely to put my fragrance in, which is a nightmare, literally a nightmare. Alright, so now I'm just going to plop on these tops. Just so that I can get my tops to be textured and have some sort of look to them. I'm going to let that sit while I do the other one. Hey guys, I'm back. So I just wanted to show you how I do the tops. The majority of the time, this is all I do is just pick the tops with my chopstick or spoon or anything like that. This time I will be using part spoon, part chopstick. When your soap is like this, this is the best time to do the tops. when they're thick like this, or when the batter is thick like this, I should say, is a really, really good time to play around with the tops. But you don't want to play around with it when it's too darn thick and you mess your top up and then it sets up on you. And I still don't have too much time because I do want to get it in the cool air. I don't gel my soaps. Okay. Let's do the other one. And that's all you do. Is you can either pipe the top with a piper with some batter in there. A lot of people do that. I just don't like the mess that it creates for me, the extra mess. So I stay away from piping my soaps. And then plus it's too much. It's soap. Don't really care for that type of stuff. I just like the top to be textured and it look like something. Plus it's a lot of fun to do. And it adds so much character to the soap. Here my Facebook calling me from all the way back here. Alright, now I'm going to sprinkle my oatmeal on top for decoration and exfoliation. And these bars are just hearty bars of soap, just really good and nourishing for the skin. Most likely you will not need lotion once you use my soaps, because I never do. Unless you have really dry skin and you just have to retame your skin. On a hydrated stuff with the soaps. So I'll be cutting these soaps tomorrow over the weekend, and I'm hoping to make some more. I do have to go and order some more fragrances. I'm really just about out of fragrance, which is like not cool for me, especially my essential oils, because a lot of other products I do a lot of custom orders as well, and that sucks when you don't have your product or your product to make product. Alright guys, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll do a close-up for you in a second. Let me clean off the sides here because I'm going to go and put them in a cool place to set up. And then I'm going to get them in front of the fan. Today wasn't as messy as I normally am. Maybe it's because the video camera is rolling. But I get kind of messy with soap making. As you can see, this is not even half of the mess I normally make. And like I said before, it's really when you're dealing with all those colors. Oh, I just messed that up. Alright, so here we go. Let's take a look. And there you have it. It's sweet milk and honey. I'm sorry, sweet honey and milk. And the other one there. I cannot wait to see what comes of these bars tomorrow. Alright, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.